Akai MPC Live 2. Akai MPC Live 2. Today I got the Mini D. I got a couple drum sounds. And we just going to make a beat straight from scratch. We're not going to spend all day. We're going to get straight to it. What's going on, guys? It's your brother OTG. The OTG's for Overtime Grind. Hardly seen, but I'm always around. And today I got my Akai MPC Live 2. I got my Roland J6. I got my Roland SP404. That's what the sound's coming through, what you guys hear the sound through. I'm listening through the live speaker, and I got my Nano keys too. I got a bunch of other keyboards, but I really love the Nano keys too. If you've watched some of my other videos, you know, you could kind of get to understand kind of the weirdness of the keys gives you different velocity and different kinds of sounds out of your synths and certain things that you use it with. I really like it. So that's my keyboard of choice today. Today I just wanted to hop in and make a beat, man. You know, I feel like some days we get so far into creating tutorials that, you know, we forget the fun part of just making the beat. And some of the most basic parts of making a beat is the arrangement and the production of it all. You know, I always hear people talk a lot about the sound of something. But the sound of it is really your responsibility and the sound that you use. You know, it's all about using the right kick drums and kicks and drum samples that cut through the mix. You know, I just put up a pack called the Crates. And, you know, 5 gigabytes of drum sounds in the style of DJ Premier. And I'm just looking at how many people watch the videos, but people don't go support, you know, and you talk a lot about sound, but those are the kicks that cut through the mix, the snares that cut through the mix, the stuff that you manually got to put together. You know, the things like going and program edit and being able to understand where to turn your volume down and how, before you even start to add a bunch of effects and things of that nature, you know, how to stack your drums properly. Like, you'll hear me stack a drum, a snare, a clap, and different parts. And part of that is so when I get to the arrangement, I have something to cut off and it gives the beat a different kind of feel. You know, a lot of stuff I don't even get into post-mixing, and you could hear the clarity through the video, through my voice while I'm talking over it. And that's because it's the sounds that I use. And I try to open up my hard drive. You know, like if you get the MASTERCLASS, if you get the lower level MASTERCLASS, you just get all the videos, the MPC Bible, and some other things to come along with it. If you get the mid-grade, you get some of my one-shots and everything that comes with the basic. If you get the top level, you get over 17, 18 gigabytes of sounds, 47 expansions, all kinds of drums. You know, the key of your MPC with a sound that's so clean coming out of the box, because it's a DAW in the box. It is a replacement for your computer if you don't want to use the computer, and it still has that MPC feel. In order to get that old MPC sound, you gotta use some good drum sounds, and there's a lot of sounds and a lot of kids out there. I'm not trying to compete in that space, but what I do try to compete with is giving you guys some of the quality sounds and access to the sounds that I have and that I use all the time in my production at the bass and things that before I hop in sound design. You know, it's sound designing when we stack up the drums and the kicks. It's sound designing when, you know, you really start to tweak and edit certain parameters. But sometimes, like now, I just wanted to get into this beat and I want to just get up and go. But part of having those kicks and 808s and being able to have an 808, a kick, and a bass a bass line, and you don't see me doing any side chaining or anything of that nature. It's all about having the ear and choosing the right sounds. So, make sure you're choosing the right sounds. I have more than enough sounds. I give away probably 8 kits worth of free drums right there in the description. We have, like I said, the masterclass. I just put up the crates drum pack that's over 5 gigabytes in loops that you can just throw in any sampler, and then it's also about investing into your MPC. Get those MPC plugins. Start with the synth. Start with a preset, but really build it out. Go click inside of the menus and start to mess with the different EQs and flavor and chorus and flange. Then start to add inserts on and utilize your panning and volume. Like, really get in there and mold the sound and play around like I'm playing around with this keyboard. This keyboard gives me, you can see just from how I'm touching it, you could tell I'm touching it lighter to harder. And if I was to touch it on the pad, it'd be a lot louder because the velocity curve is different. So, utilizing different keyboards give you different velocity curves, which also give you different sounds as they work together. So, these are all tips and different things for you when making your beats inside the MPC. There's all kinds of other things to remember, just like using great sounds that cut through the mix, and taking advice from people who you could see output a lot of beats and really make some things happen with their music. I'm from the place of, we're all producers. Some of us are just better than others, and some of us might have more accolades than others, but we all produce. And so it's all about how we utilize the tools in front of us. And there are some very basic methods and ways that you can understand things, about like not making your intros too long, or, understanding where an intro and a verse, a hook, a chorus, a bridge, a pre-bridge, a pre-chorus, pre-hook, all of those things, how they matter and where they matter, So right now I'm just going to record a fun arrangement of this beat and send my SP. You can see I'm going to record it to a pad. I do that with almost every beat that I make. I record it to a pad. If you check out my SP video, you can see me DJing, practicing some DJing through the SP404 with some of the beats I made in the tutorial. I also released a beat tape with beats I made through the tutorials. All that stuff you can find in the description. Inshallah, you found something of value in this video. Hopefully we just talking about sounds and utilizing sounds to cut through the mix and basic things that you could do while having fun. Like, it's under 10 minutes and this beat's done from start to finish. And part of that's from utilizing good sounds, understanding volume, understanding panning, and understanding basic arrangement structures. These are all things I cover in the masterclass. You can get the information down below. And if you don't want to do that, you could just subscribe, like, share, comment. Follow me at 365 OTG. 12.1 million people this week. That's how many people I reached over there. At me your songs from the drum kits and the packs you get from me. And I'll show you some love and give you some exposure over on my Twitter. It's your brother, OTG.